Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win. I'm on 10. Hello, I'm Himothy. I got the recipe. I got the flow. I got the remedy. I know they do. I know they envy me. Feet on the floor. What they gon' say now? We came along from last place. Bottom to top of the fast pace. Out of this surf, I get touchdown. I take a loss, get it back.
Y'all know what time it is. You're listening to the Urban Sports Scene. I'm Wole, and welcome to our Baltimore Ravens Recap Show. Joining me is Bowie TV's Bowie TV's Baltimore Ravens beat reporter Carita Parks. I can't speak today. Carita Parks is also founder of Double Take Sports. What's going on, Carita?
You know, when I woke up this morning, I'm grateful. I'm thankful. It's been a busy day. Ravens and Wizards posting all that content, but you know, happy to do it all.
Look, you better be grateful. You're not just doing it all.
Absolutely grateful.
Yeah, you're not doing all, you're doing it big. Don't just say all, man. Like, you're doing it big. You know what I'm saying?
Or doing it big. I say all because in my mind, I'm thinking about the task.
I got you. Nah, I respect that. Definitely respect that. I respect that. Yo, hey, yeah, y'all gotta check out Carita's stuff on Double Take Sports. She has a dope one-on-one with CJ McCullough for the Washington Wizards. So make sure y'all go ahead and pull up and check that out, man. Yeah, I mean, if y'all basketball fans, y'all know who CJ McCullough is, so I don't gotta tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so you already know. But on Sunday, the Ravens defeated the Cleveland Browns 23-16. Before we dive into that game and talk about, recapping it, we got to knock out some logistics. Hey, you can check out our website, which is www.urbansportsing.com. You can also subscribe to our podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and other podcast platforms. Just search the Urban Sports Scene. Make sure you subscribe to the Urban Sports Scene YouTube channel and Bowie TV YouTube channel. If you're in the YouTube chat, we accept super chats. Super chats help us support our show. The super chats will be prioritized over all comments in the YouTube chat. Don't forget to tweet us at Urban Sports Scene. Hit us up on IG and TikTok at Urban Sports Scene, and like our Urban Sports Scene Facebook page. You can also join our Urban Sports Scene Facebook group. Just search Urban Sports Scene, sports bloggers, sports podcasters, and sports debates. All right. Before I start into the actual game, Carita, are fans still saying let's get rid of Mark Andrews? Is that still the smoke? I mean, at first it was like let's get rid of Mark Andrews. Is that still a thing?
It better not be a thing. It really shouldn't have been a thing in the first place. But I will say after the trade deadline, one of the reporters did ask Mark if he was worried about if he was someone who would get traded. So I guess that was still a thing of the trade deadline. But I don't know why anyone would really think that the Ravens would trade Mark Andrews. At least, he will be a free agent, so there will be a decision to be made, and you never know how that part can go. But to think that they would trade Mark Andrews, I just don't. I never saw that.
I mean, if folks don't know, he had the big touchdown pretty much to win the game against the Browns, a 35-yard run on a fake tush push type of thing, and takes it to the outside and houses it. And we saw speed. Everybody acting like he an old man. That's not an old man running.
That's what's funny about that, and I didn't get a chance to post it because but it was funny to me to see him break out like that because I don't know if you remember, but I talked about how in training camp.
You did. I remember. I know.
I want to say it was mini camp, how he would get the ball and just keep sprinting. So it kind of reminded me of that, how in practices, like that is what you would see. And Mark, he didn't need to keep running like that, but
oh man,
guess he was practicing for that play, and that was a good play call. I gotta give it to Ty Mike.
Oh, it was an amazing play call, especially when everybody, when anybody who sees that play, they go tush push. They call it the hurricane. It's called the hurricane.
The play is called the hurricane.
The hurricane, yeah.
Yeah.
When you see that play, you automatically think you're just getting that push for the 1 yard. He takes it on the outside, and it's not just not just getting there, but like pulling away. Like that was speed, man. Like, so the narrative can't be like the old tight end. We gotta push him to the side. he's actually having a renaissance season. If that makes any sense. He's had a very good year so far.
Absolutely. But I mean, that was the touchdown to win the game, like you said. And it was a very, very close game. It had to be something like that to win the game.
Yeah, I know, it's crazy. Woo. I know we talked about a little bit on the in the pregame, talking about it, a trap game, and I was real confident. I was like, yeah, Ravens should wax this team. But they were actually down this game 13-3, which I was totally surprised.
I mean, they were down until the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Late in the fourth quarter, that's when the Tyler Luke kicked the field goal, tied the game, I believe 16-16.
Yeah, that's tied up at 16-16 before that play. Yeah.
And that's what set. And then after that, a couple plays later was the touchdown. Yeah. But I mean, it was 16-16 with 4 minutes and some change left. I remember posting on X that the game was going to come down to the bitter end.
Yes. Which I was very surprised that it came down to the bitter end. Like, I didn't think that could be a thing.
I mean, I will say, granted, thank goodness that they pulled it out, but the offense, they're going to have to get it together when it comes to the red zone because
you
killed them.
So why? All right, that is a problem right now. The team was one for four in the red zone. They had a great opportunities to score touchdowns. The defense set them up a couple times. Defense set them up that one time, right? The pick from Wiggins, right? Set them up for like a nice situation to get like an easy touchdown, but they still struggle to punch it in. What is the issue? Like, what has been the issue in the red zone?
Well, it looks like they try to run the ball. From what I can remember, they try to run the ball, and the run game hasn't been getting going in the red zone.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, nothing has gotten going in the red zone, though.
Yeah.
And Lamar throws. I put my finger on what is the actual issue there.
Okay.
Because, like I said, nothing is working.
Yeah.
So it's not one thing, it's not like, okay, well, the run game's not working.
Yeah.
It's like the run game's not working in the red zone. The passing game doesn't seem to be working in the red zone. I mean, they seem to be able to get it, get the touchdown.
Get there.
Down. Yeah. And they're getting there, to your point. Yes, they are getting there. But they're coming away with points. I mean, they're going to have to fix that and fix that fast, because if they're able to continue this trajectory, you're going to get to a point, if you're able to make the playoffs, you're playing the best of the best again, and you got to be able to score.
Yeah. Like, how concerning is it that they're having these issues, though? Like very concerning.
I would say it's very concerning because, yes, the defense is playing well, and the defense continues to get I didn't think they were going to get any takeaways in the game, but he got that interception. And unfortunately, right after that, Lamar threw his own interception.
Yeah, exactly. I know. That wasn't his fault, though. Right? That went off of Mitchell. That went off of Mitchell, right?
Oh, yeah, that went off of Keaton. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. But where was I going with this?
You talking about you said the interception with Nate Wiggins. And,
okay. Yeah. Yes. Basically, what I was saying is that the defense has been able to keep them in these games. Great, because the defense wasn't keeping them in the games in the first part of the season.
Yeah.
However, like, if your defense has an off day, or special teams has an off day, which we saw special teams have an off day yesterday, like, the offense has to be able to produce and be efficient.
Yeah.
So to your point, they are moving down the field, but not getting in the red zone not getting in the end zone is concerning to me.
Yeah.
They left a lot of points on the table. They've left a lot of points on the table since Miami, honestly.
Sure. Very good point. I think so too. I think they should be scoring more. But even with all that, when you look at them being down 13-3, when you look at the comeback, look at the comeback win, what does it tell you about the Ravens' identity at this point in the season in terms of mentally and stylistically?
Well, I mean, they're playing that physical brand of Ravens football, and mentally, I would say it shows a lot of resilience. I mean, It is getting credit, and people recognize that they are like 4-0 after the bye is incredible.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
But it takes a strong mentality to come out the bye and actually do what you needed to do.
Mhm.
And that is going to be something that comes in handy down this stretch. And winning and staying mentally in that game, mentally and physically, staying mentally and physically in that game against the Browns, because those games always come down to the wire. That's something that Coach Harbaugh said today. Those games always come down to the wire. No matter how bad Cleveland might be or how bad the Ravens might be it always comes down to the wire between those two. So I really think that what we're seeing is, I do feel like the team is turning a corner. I feel like when they were in that 1-5 stretch, I don't feel like the mental, I don't want to say the mental strength, that's probably not the right word, but I don't feel like they were as locked in. I do think that they were getting discouraged.
Of course.
And that bye week, I said it then and I'll say it now, that bye week couldn't have came at a better time, because I don't know that they would have turned it around if they didn't have that chance to like get back and regroup and figure it out.
That's why I keep giving Snoop the credit, man. Because when you get that, giving Snoop giving him that big win and knowing that you're gonna have your leader back, there's so much hope. Knowing that, okay, we got one. Now we get Lamar back, we can win a bunch. Now we can probably stop the bleeding for real. Yeah. I thought that's why I give him so much credit in terms of his performance. Because you didn't play against a bad team, you played against a good Chicago Bears team. And they got that W at home, and then you get Lamar back, and now look where this team is at. They even their record up at 5-5, so they went, so that to your point, it's not easy to win 4 in a row. I don't care who you have on your NFL schedule. Winning 4 in a row is tough. Period.
Yeah.
There are no true cupcake games. You know what I mean? Especially you can stumble on anything during a stretch of games, and to win 4 in a row is tough. So I gotta give credit to John Harbaugh and his team and his unit, because again, they're even up. You know what I mean? So it's like the season starting all over again. So now it was up to them to play to their true capability. I think the mentality for me watching this team winning 4 in a row, the mentality is tough. They're tough mentally. Like that's what it is. That's what it shows me. And to your point, yeah, they look a little. They didn't look too good before the bye. Totally agree with you. They did not look too good before the bye, but it's something about having 8 back there, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, for sure. Like
it changes everything when you got that dependable, somebody you can depend on. You know what I mean? That can get you out of fire. You know what I mean? So I do think that, like knowing it's an exhale type of situation when you see him come in, on the practice field in full participation, knowing that he's going to play on a Sunday or a Thursday or a Monday or whatever. You're going to feel good.
Absolutely. That's you're the team. They believe they do everything with 8.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. There's levels to this. That's what I tell folks all the time when they talk about, well, this player is special. There's levels to this. You know what I mean? When you got one of them guys and he comes back and he changes culture, that's what he does. So you talked about the defense, and they have turned it up, man. Like, look at, like, they create turnovers against the Browns. They were sacking. They were a bunch of sacks in this game. They were very aggressive against Gabriel. Then when Shedeur Sanders did play, so that they did achieve with the mission for the culture. They did get Shedeur out there. It wasn't a blowout type of thing.
I didn't want Shedeur to play against the Ravens, though.
Hey, man, you gotta learn. You gotta learn what the rivalry is all about, man. If you want to be a starting quarterback in that division, you gotta learn how it is.
Into the fire. Woo.
Yeah.
Wait,
but
keeping it real, just I don't want to change subject.
No, you go for it. You okay?
Kevin Stefanski, he confirmed that Shedeur had 0 snaps with the first team.
He's a jerk.
0 since he's been drafted. Okay.
I know.
Yeah. So that's the first thing. But if you think about it, despite all of the adversity he had to deal with, he got sacked. The Ravens was on him, okay?
Yeah.
But he actually threw a touchdown pass.
He dropped it. He should have caught it.
Huh?
He could have caught that. Dude should have caught it.
No, he caught it. It was Cheeto.
Oh, Cheeto, he put his hand in and he swiped it away. Yeah. I was mad at dude. I ain't gonna lie, I was hating. Dude should still held on to the ball. I was like, dude, just hold it. Just be strong with it. Just be strong.
He ain't expect for it to be ripped out. But
no, it was good defense though. It was good defense though. Real talk.
That was a good defense. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a lot to say about that coach. That coach is trash to me as an individual.
I never had an opinion on him until now.
No, I never had an opinion on him until I saw more than that. When the 0, I knew about but did you see? I don't know if you see what during the timeouts, like he didn't even talk to Shedeur.
Oh no, I didn't really.
Didn't even talk.
I was multitasking.
I know. Didn't even look his way.
Oh.
Yeah, and you talk about a rookie quarterback. Yeah. Okay. A rookie quarterback.
Well, Cam Newton sometimes can be hit or miss for me when it comes to his takes, but I respect what he has to say as a quarterback for sure.
Yeah.
And, he talked today about I didn't know that, but he did talk today about how he didn't feel like Stefanski wants Shedeur to succeed, and he was like, back when he was a quarterback, like the backup would get at least like maybe 6 to 10 snaps.
Yeah, he's supposed to get some. Yeah.
He was like, it's one play away that he might have to come in. And so it's crazy that he would not give him any first team snaps knowing he was the backup.
I have my suspicion about everything about Stefanski. I think he never wanted Shedeur. I think the ownership and their brass was more inclined to get Shedeur. And it was like, all right, I don't want this kid. And I prefer Dylan Gaber or whatever that may be, whatever. And then that's why he doesn't get any snaps because he don't want to deal with this kid. I don't think they wouldn't waste draft cap. Like I know this, the team wouldn't waste draft capital if they didn't want to get the kid. If somebody didn't want the kid, obviously somebody on the front office wanted him.
Well, they said the owner said. I think the owner said it wasn't him who wanted it. I think it was Andrew Barry.
Yeah, he said he wanted him.
No, he did. The
owner didn't want him.
He didn't say I didn't want him, but he basically made it very clear that it was Andrew Barry's.
That's Andrew Barry's the GM.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the GM wanted him. All right. Well, that makes it like the GM didn't want him. GM wanted him. I know in terms of the front office, GM wanted him. That makes more sense actually. The GM wanted him, and like what's name does not want him. Stefanski does not want him. So that's the issue.
The owner was really like the way the owner said it gave the impression
that he didn't want you to
either.
But I don't even get why. But see, that's the thing. If you're the owner, you get the final call. That's what I'm saying. That don't make any sense though. But anyway, it is what it is. That's what their situation. But I'm with you.
Do all that. Okay.
Yeah, let them do it. But I'm with you though in terms of that discussion. I'm with you that they're not putting him in an advantageous situation to be successful. I am with you on that one. But I want to talk about the Ravens defense though, because they balled out. They got pressure. They're getting pressure now. We talked about it before. Are they turning the corner? Have they arrived? But I want first off before we talk about that portion of it, can you just talk about how well that defense played on Sunday?
Yes, the defense. So I don't want to downplay the change in the defense's performance since they traded for Alohi Gilman.
Yeah.
Now, I say that because his presence clearly allows a lot of the guys, at least in the secondary, to play true to their strengths. I think before that, people had to kind of fill in gaps. But now you got Gilman back there. He is effective. He's trustworthy. He's a veteran too. He's very communicative. And then now you have Kyle just doing his thing, right?
He killing, man. He killing.
And when you let Kyle do his thing,
he's
a beast.
An
animal, yes, yeah, right. Bro. And I think that those factors played a huge role in the defense improving. Then you add the fact that they are effectively starting to get turnovers. And they talked last week before this game about how it becomes contagious, right? Like one person gets it, somebody else wants one. And even throughout the week. So you're seeing them. I think you're seeing their confidence grow, but they will be the first to say there's a long way to go still. They're 5-5, so they've evened their record, but they want to get back to feeling like they're out of the hole.
Okay.
But to your point, yes, like the defense played really well, really well. You also had 2 rookie quarterbacks, so that was helpful.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking holistically, but as far as the Browns game, rookie quarterbacks, that, like I said, it is helpful. And that was also a factor.
Yeah, I mean, that too, but
and health.
It definitely helps. We talked they got another quarterback. They're struggling next week. So it's all going to help in Justin. Well, probably it probably will be Justin Fields. We'll see.
No, Tyrod. They said it's
Tyrod. Is Tyrod already? He's going to start? Oh, don't worry. They can still do work on Tyrod. They can still do work on Tyrod. It's at home. They benched my man already. Damn, that's messed up. They made my man depressed. I'm going to pray for Justin Fields, man. I feel like
his career has.
It's been interesting, but I feel like that coaching staff and the ownership has crushed that man's spirit. Like they crushed his.
Everywhere he's gone though.
But the way they treat him is different though. Everywhere else, like the way they're like the stuff they came out like saying basically the owner blaming him, the owner coming out and blaming him for the team failing.
That was the Jets, right?
Yeah, the owner for the Jets came out and that's a different type of animal, man. Like that's like dang, man. Like. I don't know, man. And then the way they go about how they announce the starter, it's like kind of like they do it like the day before or the week before. So it's like I don't know. That whole situation rubs me the wrong way of how you treat a young guy. I know he had a bad stint in Chicago, and then it didn't work out in Chicago. But some people, DJ Moore wanted him to stay in Chicago. He liked him a lot. He actually likes him more than Caleb Williams. To be real with you. And then the Steelers thing didn't work out for him, but it is what it is. But back to like the defense, I think the defense is playing like at such a high level right now, in just terms of confidence. And I just think that it may be obviously it's not against the elite quarterbacks. I do agree with you. There's not elite quarterbacks they've been going through in this stretch of games, but I think there is something about building confidence to what you're talking about, and like. Like anything in life, where if you start to feel success, it doesn't matter what that project is, or if the project's easy or tough or whatever. But if you start getting success, say it's an easy project, then the next project, say it's an easy project, successful, then you get this tough project, it makes it easier to handle that tough project. So it's just like in football, like these little, you're not going against Josh Allen or say a Patrick Mahomes, right? But you're still like you're building a culture game by game, and it's getting you ready for that stretch where you are going to play better competition. I like what they're doing. I like the bounce back because it's easy to go left the way they were going, regardless of who you were playing. Because to me they were playing at a level. It didn't matter if the quarterback was great or not. The quarterback could still put up numbers on them. You know what I mean? Like I felt like the way for example, the way they were playing, Caleb Williams should have torched them. But he didn't, you know what I mean? And they handled that. Like Tua, the way they were playing, Tua should have torched them. But they handled that. You know what I mean? So like they have now, to me, they built capital with me in terms of saying like, all right, they're starting to turn the corner. I love, like you talk about Kyle Hamilton. He has been an animal. Like he has been crazy on the field. Like old boy they trade for Jones. What's his first name? Draymond. Thank you, Draymond. He has been a good signing, a good acquisition. You mentioned the safety. He's been really good. He's a real good acquisition. So I just feel like they made great moves. One in these trade within the trade deadline. And also, some of the young guys are starting to perform too. Like the young guys are performing at a high level. It's all coming together at the right time.
It is starting to come together. Mike Green's starting to flourish.
Yeah, Malachi Starks is starting to like make play. You know what I'm saying? Like Wiggins is starting to take his game to another level. Yeah,
he did say in training camp, because I remember asking him about the game slowing down. He said he felt like you would see a different player this year. And it's just some time because, the defense had to settle as a whole. But he's been delivering.
Yeah, so I think they're starting to like. To your point, I mean, look, this.
I'll say now, I
Yeah.
feel like they're starting to turn a corner. I know I was reserving that.
Yeah, I know you were. You were. It's okay. I understand.
And they've been like, I feel like 4 games in a row is pretty consistent.
I agree with you. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. I'm like, it doesn't, because if you're a bad defense, eventually it's going to show itself out. You know what I mean? Like, doesn't matter who you're playing. Again, I just look. There's so many, like, regardless of your record, it's hard to play in the NFL. You know what I mean? And to do this for 4 straight weeks, playing solid, sound defense, it ain't easy, man. It ain't easy, and they're doing it. So I want to ask you this question: since you've been there in the beginning, and beginning and now. You've seen this defense in training camp. You've seen them in preseason. Is this what you expected to see, or a little bit more
Defensively?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah. I mean, I thought I would see it quicker, but I definitely thought, yes, this is a defense I was expecting to see. And even if they didn't get turnovers every week,
of course,
I was expecting this kind of physicality, because I do feel like that has improved as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, I feel like this defense is finally starting to have the identity and look like what we thought they could look like with the talent that they have. Minus the young guys. I think it's a huge plus that the young guys are like starting to contribute, because you can't necessarily depend on rookies their first year because they're still learning. But like, I think these guys had to get thrown into the fire very quickly. They had to play a lot of snaps due to injuries, and that has benefited them.
Yeah, they look good, man. I do. I think they're turning it. I think, that's what you want in your football team if you're trying to make them run, right? So you want it to happen, towards the end of the season for that run, that momentum. You don't want it too early, but you want it like right about around this time, November, December, to kind of peak. Yeah, you want to peak. And I think their defense is peaking. And and how much credit do you want to give out to Zach Orr? He was getting so much smoke, and look at him now.
I mean, I personally think you do have to give him credit. This is the second year in a row he's got it together. You know what I mean? Now, I feel like the progress for him next season will be able to start out the gate, right?
Facts, I agree.
But overall, you have to give him credit for 2 years in a row when the defense was struggling. He found a way to get them on track at the right time. At the right time. I think that's the most important thing. Like, to your point, is that I'm with you. Like, you want to start fast, my guy. Like, you don't want these fans having a heart attack and trying to get you out of Dodge and get you out of town, man. You want to knock this out of the park pretty fast. But yeah, to your point, this is the second year in a row where it just seems like, guys, it starts to click for guys. So I have to give him credit. I have to give him credit for adjustments. Obviously, he knows how to make adjustments, because to your point, it was same issue last year. They weren't playing their best defense. And then all of a sudden, it just clicked. So obviously, he's a coach that knows how to make adjustments. And I want to add that, he might have been only able to make so many adjustments in the first part of the season. And I say that because last year, it was like they had to be able to move somebody, right? Yeah. So last year, they moved Kyle to the back end, and that vastly allowed Zach Orr to improve the defense. This year, they add Gilman. They move Kyle closer to the line of scrimmage. This year, pass rush was an issue because of the sudden, and let's not forget the sudden loss of Justin Madubuike, or Nnamdi Madubuike, sorry.
Yeah.
Like, that was a big loss. And I think because it happened so gradually, it's like he was injured, but then it was like a lot of mystery around his injury and the seriousness of it. I don't really think that the impact was talked about enough. So that clearly impacted the pass rush, and bringing in Draymond Jones. It was a risk moving Odafe Oweh, but it has worked out for them. Yeah. So I think that those are also factors. He has the pieces he needs now too. And same with last year. There were no trades per se, but the pieces were where he needed them to be successful.
I agree. I think that they're in line to like be a team, be a defensive. I won't say we'll see. I think the test will be when they play like within the division when they play the Steelers.
Always a test.
Yeah, that would be the test for the defense just to see. I mean, to measure up in terms of physicality, right? To your point about forget even like the execution part of it, the physicality. Like, are you ready for that physical play?
And not just that. I mean, I think the thing about the division that makes it so tricky is the familiarity
of course,
teams have with each other. So it's almost like the Steelers know the Ravens' weaknesses and vice versa. So that also makes it a very interesting matchup besides the physicality.
I agree. I have to give a shout out to, he's not a Raven. This is on the opposition. Myles Garrett is an animal. Like he is. He is something special, man. 4 sacks against like a Ravens defense Ravens offense that has Lamar Jackson. Insane. Just insane. 4 sacks. I would be disrespectful as a sports guy not to acknowledge that man he's unreal.
Oh yeah, I said he was wreaking havoc yesterday, and I also said, what did I say? Oh, I was just playing, but I was very serious too. I was like, because it was a little shaky. I was like, I said the Ravens better not let Dylan Gabriel get the best of them. And then somebody was like, I'm worried about Myles Garrett. I was like, well, Myles Garrett is going to be a problem. I mean, he's going to be a problem. My expectations are not as high there because the man is going to be a problem.
Man, 4 sacks. This dude has 4 sacks.
To Lamar, though.
How you don't like what he did to Lamar?
I said I don't like how much he got to Lamar.
He got to Lamar that's hard, man. That dude, man. Yeah. That dude, I ain't gonna lie. When he got his bag, I was like, damn, that's a lot of money for it. But everything, like he got games. He had 4 sack game here. He had like another. I think he had a game he had 5 sacks. Like. He has sacks in one game that people have in their whole season so far. This man is. God bless that man.
That well, I won't say it's a shame because it's a favor for the Ravens, but the level of defense, like the defense that they have, and for their like offense not to be anywhere close to matching that.
Oh, Cleveland, it's crazy.
Crazy.
Oh my God! Like to your point, and we're going back to Ravens talk, but to your point. That's insane because they literally have like a top 5 defense.
Right. And how long are you going to have that?
Yeah. The only reason teams score on that defense, the real reason, is because the offense is so bad that they can't sustain drives. So the defense eventually gets tired.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why they don't. They would be the best. They by far would be the best defense in the NFL if the offense was halfway good. Like not even like the offense is putrid. It's a horrible offense, but like if it was like an average offense, they would have the best defense in the NFL. But it worked. Like you said, it worked out for the Ravens, so that's all that matters. So Carita, who impressed you the most though on Sunday for the Ravens? And FYI, you got both of your over/under picks correct. I just wanted to tell you that too.
Oh, thank you. I didn't even remember. Thank you.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It makes me feel good when I get my over/unders
right. You got it right, man. You got it right. Go ahead.
Challenging exercise.
There you go.
So, oh man, who was I most impressed with? Okay. I'm going to name 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
You have to give credit to Mark Andrews because that getting a touchdown, because even Lamar was like, we just needed a couple yards. Yeah. But to make it, to get a touchdown from that play, that was great. I mean, couldn't ask for a better moment. Plus, he also broke the record for the Ravens. He has the most receiving yards in franchise history. Mm-hmm. So gotta definitely give him credit for that. So he would be first. My second person is going to be Cheeto Awezier because I think I have to look at it is that game, but I'm looking at just the body of work he's had since the bye week, and he's really been in some clutch moments. They put him on some of the best, and he's delivered.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good one. That's a
and
real
then
good
even the game, and even this Browns game. I mean, that could have been a touchdown, and I think it would have been a touchdown.
Oh yeah,
yeah. And he broke that play up, and that was really, besides that Mark Andrews touchdown, that is why the Ravens like won that game, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Those are good ones. I mean, I was so impressed with watching the game. I was so impressed with Kyle Hamilton. I'm always impressed with Kyle, but he was like everywhere. Like he was really he was putting pressure on Shedeur nonstop.
I feel like they smelled, poor guy. I feel like
they smelled blood. That's what it was. That was dirty. They smelled blood, but like he was so like I think he had him on a blitz. Like he was getting constant pressure. He was impressive. Derrick Henry was impressive. He had a good game, over 100 yards. Carita picked him for him to go over 70. So you're right.
Yeah, he had like 50 something of those yards on one play.
It worked out. You know what I'm saying? We can't always look when they look at the stats.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Oh, that's a nice run.
Derrick Henry effect, though.
Yeah.
I think that was that time where the defense was probably tired and he got a big one.
Yeah, you got to use it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and he needed to have that game against that defense, had that type of game against that defense. But yeah, Kyle Hamilton would be definitely for me. Like that's a guy, he just stands out. He was a blur. Like when he's around the foot, when he's around that, around the line of scrimmage, he is something special. So how would you so overall, like for you, how would you describe the Ravens victory? Like how would you describe it? Their play. Now, how would you describe their play on Sunday? That's the best way I would put it that way.
I would say gritty. It was gritty. That was
gritty. It was gritty. That's a good word. That's a good one.
In my opinion, that was a gritty game.
Yeah, it was. It was gritty. Very, very gritty. Because I was looking at because you're right. That wasn't Lamar's best game. He had 2 picks. Again, both picks were kind of funny because they both were like off tips and stuff. It wasn't like he had like 1 tip interception on the line of scrimmage and whatever, which is weird. It popped up and they picked it off. But that wasn't Lamar's best game in terms of, and he actually could have, luckily, the defender dropped it. He had dropped the interception. He could have threw an interception in the end zone, which it was like luckily the defender, and because he was looking for Mark Andrews. That wasn't his best game, but I think gritty is a good one. I don't think that was their cleanest game offensively. Defensively, I think we're fine. Offensively, but
no, they're gonna have to get that together for sure.
Oh yeah, Tracy says I agree, Carita. I get so upset with the lack of protection for Lamar Jackson. I feel he is hurt because he is hit so much. They need to protect our franchise QB at all costs.
He did get hit a lot yesterday, and he has been getting hit a lot lately. But Coach Harbaugh today basically said he's got the best 5 out there on the offensive line. So that's not going to change. But I did feel like Lamar was getting hit, and Myles Garrett is Myles Garrett.
Yeah, man, he don't get to you.
It was like, and he was out of practice last week with knee soreness.
Who, Lamar?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He was out on Wednesday with knee soreness, but he practiced Thursday and Friday. Okay. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if there was some residual of that left.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, he was healthy enough to play, but that doesn't mean that he was all the way 100%. But so I don't know. I also think just Cleveland got to him. I mean, sometimes we see him play like that against Pittsburgh too.
Yeah, I mean, those are good defenses. I mean, I feel like at times when you're going against, when you're going against elite pass rushers, sometimes you just gotta pray. I'm serious. Like you're going against Myles Garrett, you're gonna go against Watt in Pittsburgh. Like you just gotta pray. Like you don't have a lot of guys who can block those dudes. Period. That they're gonna. Those are the type of people. Like you said, Carita. Like what you said about Gabriel better not beat us, and somebody came out and said Myles Garrett. I'm worried more about Myles Garrett. I know what Myles Garrett about. You don't gotta. There's
that's
no extra. Like you already know. Like that's when folks talk about pressure. Like when you're talking about Myles Garrett hitting your quarterback, that's just going to happen. Like he gonna find his way to the quarterback at least once. So that's why they get paid the big bucks, because they're that dominant. You know what I mean? And so it's tough, man. It's tough. But hope Lamar. I mean, they hopefully get Lamar the day off on Wednesday again. He took enough hits.
We'll see. Yeah, he might need to relax.
Yeah, may have to. Yeah, exactly. So, hey, Carita, how can folks catch your content? Also, how can they catch Double Take Sports, and catch you on social media as well?
Yeah, so you can catch me on social media on my personal page. That's at Carita C. Parks on all platforms. You can also follow my Ravens coverage specifically on Bowie TV at Bowie TV Sports. And then be sure to tap into my independent sports media company, Double Take Sports. We cover the gamut from WNBA, NBA to college. We just have a variety over there. So be sure to follow us at DBL Take Sports. And also you can find us at dbltakesports.com.
All right, I know where you can find her. I mean, it's out here on this blue little banner thingamajiggy. It's there. It's all there. It's all there. If you want to see her on X, it's there too as well, right under her name. So you already know. So I know how to find her. You know how to tap in. All right. That's right. Yeah, I know. All right. Appreciate y'all for pulling up. Continue to pull up. Also, I forgot to tell you, I hit the like button because it does great for the Baltimore Ravens algorithm. I'm all about algorithms and stuff nowadays in life. Who would have thunk it? I grew up to be about algorithms. It's crazy, but I'm all about the algorithm. So hit the red subscribe button on both channels, Bowie TV and the Urban Sports. And also go to Double Take Sports on their YouTube channel. Hit that red subscribe button, and any video that Carita puts out, make sure you like it. There you go. All right. I'm claiming it because my mom told me to always claim stuff in life. It's been claimed. All right. Anyway, I appreciate y'all for pulling up. Anyway, you've been listening to the Urban Sports Thing. For ages, Ayetic Deuces. We are out. Peace.